Right though, man. I mean, ERTW1's rapid, so you couldn't help that one. So yeah, there's going to be a little tribute tonight for John. The guys are going to do a bit of a parade lap, and there will be a minute of silence to observe as well. So, NJR Cutler's going to put us a message in the chat in a minute just about how that's going to work. But we'll of course be observing that on stream. So let's have a look. So we've got 6 viewers in the chat, so that's good to have. So we're just waiting for Cutler to do his thing, so he's typing a message now. For anyone that's new to this and that doesn't know what this is, so this is the sponsored by Trophy Monster, the Porsche Cup. It's round number 2 at Nürburgring tonight. The format is a little 10-minute qualifying session followed by a 40-minute endurance race. The tyres and the fuel, if we just nap over to it, so they're set quite high, so the tyre wear is ×6 and the fuel is ×4. So the guys really have to contend with strategy. That does have a big impact on the outcome of the race. As we saw last week, Carrington got sent to the realm early doors, but recovered his race owing to good strategy. Cutler did the same as well. The guys are allowed to do let's just go on track actually. The guys are allowed to run any tyre they want, from the hard to the super soft, but they've got to play in mind with how their strategy will work. So let me just do a little so guys, just doing a little bit of a parade lap now. Led by Sean. So John himself, in his sort of late 60s, was a decorator by trade, a bit of a video game fanatic like most of us are there watching. Self-confessed wasn't the fastest racer, but sort of enjoyed it nonetheless, and himself a brilliant livery designer. In the last couple of years, John gave up work himself to look after his dad. Unfortunately, his dad passed away about a month before John did. Yeah, he had a ton of followers on here for his liveries that he did, so he's a very sorely missed character within the group and within the game as well. Another livery guy within the game, Paul Twig. Paul was one of his best friends. So thoughts are with everyone at the minute that's affected by the loss of John. So we'll just flick through the guys as they do this this sort of parade formation lap. And you see on the side of Cool Ride's car the PSN that John went under, Shuriken 12. And you'll see little decals on the side of some of these guys' cars as well that are paying their own little tributes in their own little way. That's one thing I absolutely love about the sim racing community. Stuff like this happens, they all do come together and they're pretty good at it. The guys just coming towards the end of the parade lap now. This will be followed by a minute's silence, just as we all take time before the race to remember our friend John McGee, who we sadly lost recently. So as the lap comes to an end then, you see the guys just lining up to observe the silence that we'll be having shortly. And we'll just wait for the nod from Cutler, who will be taking the reins and getting this all organised. So thank you Tim for doing that. onto this camera angle. Just looking at the start finish straight, we can see all the cars lining up in groups of 3. We're just waiting for the nod from NGR Cutler to let us know when the silence has started. Silence will be for a minute, and just for that time, if you're in stream watching the review, just please take time to think about a friend we lost recently. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for that, bearing with us. The guys just want to pay their respects. We'll shortly be going qualifying, so we'll have some action for you coming up, as we've sort of taken the reins off some of these guys now, and they're just getting the tyres back warmed up again. So thank you for that. On formation lap and silence to remember John McGee, Shrek in 12, as some of us may know him. Yeah, not too much to say other than that, really. A very well missed bloke, judging by all the comments I've read recently and everything that we've seen online. Just a big thank you, I guess, to everyone that's come together and organised it, paid their own little tribute. The sim racing guys are a great bunch when they get together with stuff like this. It's a very sad event. But they've come together, paid their little tribute, remembered him as they want to remember him, and they'll do what John will have wanted them to do and carry on racing and put a show on for us tonight, hopefully.